has been a terrible weekend, yeah. Like,
spending time with Jesus, you're not necessarily get home at a reasonable.
really horse sick, and I don't really know what to do without her.
Hey y'all, welcome back. The focus of today's vlog is going to be focus. The kind of focus that doesn't rush, the kind that truly locks in. Our life is full of noise and distractions, pulling our brains every which way. But y'all, there's something honestly powerful about finding your center and committing to the moment in front of you. So I invite y'all to grab a nice drink, take a deep breath, put the day behind you for a second, and walk in with me.
Good morning, guys. So welcome back to my channel. Today's vlog is kind of going to be a typical weekly vlog. I'm going to try to really focus on school because I have a lot to get done. I guess it'll kind of just be like how I balance work and play as someone who loves to play. So today is amazing glutes day. I believe it's glutes and hammies.
I saw you from row, and my heart stopped at the sight. But you were so low, but you gotta go. And my life ain't been the same. Been feeling mentally, physically weak. Was blowing up my phone. They just ain't you, oh baby. I'm meant to be on my own, but just before I go, there's something you should know. And boy,
So we showered, got ready for the day, and now we're gonna head to our first class and only class, and then head back home, eat, get some homework done, and then head to Common Grounds training. And then I need to follow up for an interview that I got for a job. So I also just realized I don't know if I want to call it like winter arc, because it's definitely not winter, and I'm not in a rush to get to even fall. Like, I'm not in a rush at all. I love summer. Summer is my favorite season. But at this, maybe let's call it like walking in. I don't know. No idea. But I changed it. It's not going to be winter arc because it's not winter yet. And I shall not be speaking winter while it's still summer. We just don't do that. So, for those of my friends back home, one thing that drives me crazy is they're an hour behind. It's not that big of a time difference. But my mother never has her phone on silent. Her ringer is always on. So if I send her a text, she's gonna wake up from it because she's also a light sleeper. So I'll text her at like, because I wake up at 5:30, so I'll text her at like 6:30. It's 5:30 their time. She's like, "Give me my text." Sorry, my bad. And I'm like, just turn your ringer off though. Maybe it's a mom thing, because I think she has it on like in case like me and my brothers need her. Not that my little brother even has a phone, but I'm like, just in case like we need her. I don't know. But now is I'll literally like draft a message. Like if it's just a thought, I try my best to refrain from sending out like thoughts. I don't need to like, some thoughts I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to tell mom, and I'm like, you don't. Like there's just, I don't want to tell anyone else because some of my thoughts are like crazy. I don't want to be judged. But basically all that I was getting at is I like draft a message, and then sometimes I'll just leave it there and I'll like check my phone again in an hour and I'll send it, or I'll draft a message and then I'll click send later and I'll schedule it for like 9 a.m. because that's 8 a.m. their time. That's pretty much where I was getting, but I keep talking for like 5 more minutes, so.
First, you cannot run. Apparently some of you run to...
Got a taco bowl, but I didn't have any sour cream or salsa, so we use ranch. There's cheese, peppers, ground beef, ham, or rice, and lettuce. Typically I like to add chips, but we don't have any, so we're gonna head out to Common Grounds training, and there'll be like a one-on-one session, I think. So there's a salt event today that I do really want to go to. However, it looks like I don't have a ride and my head is pounding, so I think I'm gonna go be vertical for like until this episode is over, and then I'm gonna get out of bed and do some maths homework and then some chemistry homework. It's currently 2:13, so if I allot my time correctly, I can get everything that's on my list done, hopefully. work laptop just died as I was in the middle of doing a chemistry thing. So I think that's the sign. We got pretty much everything done. There's only one thing left over, and I just added that to tomorrow's to-do list. Yeah, we kind of locked in. I got like a lot more done than I thought I would. So that's a bonus, I guess. This is one of those times where I have to like count my blessings and focus on what I do have, because a tiny like misdemeanor can like ruin my entire day, but I didn't let it. There's this like boys bid night. For those of you who don't have frats and sororities at your school, it's like basically a bunch of fat guys just go like bar hopping or whatever. So our church hosts a boys bid night, except it's just like a hangout, and there's like music and like games. Like I think it was pickleball, and like you can win prizes and it's free. Like, and there's food, and you just hang out pretty much. They just call it boys bid night because it's the same night as frats. They want to encourage people to do that in like a safer, healthier environment. And yeah, I was supposed to go, and I didn't have a ride, so I couldn't go. I asked like I think 6 or 7 different people, and all of them were busy, which was okay. It wasn't the end of the world. I kind of like, that's not the end of the world. However, I won't say that it wasn't disappointing. And in high school, I would have easily let that like ruin my mood and destroy my entire evening. But I realized now like there's other things I could do, like study or get in bed, because it wasn't supposed to end until 11:30. So it's kind of just like making the negative, flipping it to a positive, even though it's such a first world negative. Like, oh, I didn't get to go to like this church party, like relax, girl. But it definitely did like dampen my spirit for a second, but we're good now. We're feeling okay. I'm gonna fill my water bottle and then do a very quick devotion with y'all. Have you ever seen the classic animated version, Prince of Egypt? I haven't. Side note, I haven't. God appears to Moses in a burning bush and calls him by name. He knows each of the hairs on our head. He names each star. He knows your name. Then God tells him what he wants him to do. Wouldn't it be awesome? I mean, it was a hard job, but the part of God showing up and speaking to you and giving you clear instructions. God has called you to be his servant, but more often than not, there's no burning bush or voice from heaven. Maybe a youth pastor's noticed a special gift in you. Perhaps the Lord has given you unique opportunities to serve, or maybe you serve as you respond to what you read in Scripture. Pay attention, because your gifts and yourself matter to God. As I was reading this, I was like, sometimes what God is asking you to do, or just what he's saying to you, is so clear. We are just blind and deaf. Sometimes, like, yeah, nowadays he doesn't typically like ask someone to walk up a mountain and like appear in this glowing orb of light, you know what I mean? He doesn't talk through a burning bush. So now it is a lot more discreet, and it's a lot more like internal, I guess, which can be hard because you're like, I don't know if my brain's playing tricks on me. Times when God was calling me to do something, or serve someone, or have a gospel conversation with someone, and it was so clear what he was asking me to do, and I noticed it and I was like, no, that's just my brain, or I didn't notice it because I was too engrossed in school, boys, not that I had like ever dated one, but like I wanted a boyfriend. Like I was too into school, boys, just football games, sports games, friendships, literally anything besides Jesus. And when you don't have intentional time set aside for Jesus, your brain, like, it has to become like muscle memory, because then if you're not spending time with Jesus, you're not necessarily always gonna hear what he has to say or think of Jesus. Like, I don't live with my parents, so I don't think about my parents that much. When I do think about them, I miss them a lot more than when I was living with them. But I don't think about them nearly as much because I'm not seeing them every single day. I mean, like, not the same thing, but like another analogy with my parents is like, my parents give great advice. God gives the best advice. He gives the ultimate advice. Don't necessarily give me advice unless I go to them and ask the question. I won't hear my parents speak to me, or my parents don't necessarily call me to do something unless I'm like there. Like if my mom wants me to serve someone in some way and she calls me and I don't pick up my phone, I'm not gonna get the message. If Jesus is calling you to serve someone and he's dropping hints and you're not picking them up, or you're not picking up your Bible or devotional or spending time in prayer, you're not gonna get the message. The other girl that was in the sauna left and she's changed it to color changing lights. We're just gonna ignore the color changing lights, but like currently 8:23, we don't have class until 9:30, so I'm gonna stay in here until like probably like 5-10 more minutes because I still need to shower. Oh my goodness, we're done for the day. Feels so good. We're gonna take this dress off, go check our laundry because I probably am gonna have to throw it in for another dry cycle. I am barely alive right now, and it would make sense because I believe I got like 6 hours of sleep. But I told myself I was gonna walk down this chemistry and then I was gonna take another break and then I was gonna reward myself by doing a matcha and homework. But when I do that homework, like right now I'm watching something while I'm doing this chemistry because like it's one of those things. The next homework I'm gonna do, I have to be like completely locked in. This is killing me, but as soon as I get it done, it's over with. It's really not that hard. It's just I have to like enter equations for everything, which means I have to go through a special system, enter it all in. It's just a lot. But there's nothing that I want to watch because I thought about restarting The Walking Dead, but I've only ever gotten up to like season 8 or season 9. I don't know, like the part where Carl dies. I think I finished that season. I think it was season 9. No, it wasn't. I don't remember. I didn't finish it, but whatever. This is like my favorite part of the day. And then sometimes if it was hot, I would add honey, but I just realized you have to add honey while it's hot, otherwise it just clumps and gets weird. We're gonna try to romanticize evening and have a cozy night in, but before we cook dinner, we're gonna shower. We're gonna have a late dinner. Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to make something to eat. I wanna do something like chicken and ricey. Game day, y'all. I'm so excited. I do need to go buy something at Barnes & Nobles because I want to buy like one of those clear posters. I'm gonna go eat some oatmeal, and while I eat, probably just like watch YouTube or something, and then come back in and clean up my room and start studying. Hey y'all, so I have a filter on my skin, does not look this flawless, but I thought I'd update y'all. I don't even know where to set y'all up. So I'm playing Sims right now, pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna go buy a little bag at Bayou Bengals, I think that's what it's called, and we're gonna go to the game. I paid this person for tickets, so now I'm just waiting to receive the tickets. So fingers crossed she comes through for me because I need them. Before I go anywhere, I'm actually gonna do a devotional because kind of need to, can't lie. Just not I need to, just doing devotionals really puts me in the right like headspace. I feel like going into, you know, LSU football Tigers games, it just kind of like recenters me, reminds me who I am, who I belong to, like all of these things. Like I'm a child of God. I'm not this crazy person that needs to go and like do all the crazy things that everybody else is doing. So even though it is literally the shortest Devo, we're gonna quickly jump into this again, and room after having a little wallowing episode. We had some mashed potatoes and chicken though, so we had like a good comfort meal. Crying is not in my vocabulary, but I got an Amazon package. I got a new pen for my Surface Pro, mainly just because I hate the tips of the other ones, because I have like the tips that completely disintegrate's not a word. They don't disintegrate. They just like really bendy. Like I wanted like a legit like steel-toed pen. If you guys know what I mean. I know. Huge thing of creatine. Creatine is a key supplement for athletes and fitness lovers to keep to boost their performance, strength, and muscle growth. Our high-quality product delivers 5 grams of micronized creatine monohydrate per serving, optimized for better absorption and effectiveness. Naturally present in muscle cells, creatine aids in energy production during intense workouts, making it a crucial addition for anyone striving to excel in the gym. Was a book because I am in a discipleship group, and you could have gotten a used one, but I was like, why would I get a used one? It was only like $2 cheaper. So we're going through the book of Ecclesiastes, and we start on my day, and I'm super excited. I'm not letting it ruin my day. Of course I'm upset that I didn't get the but just doing things last minute, it's just like not the way to go. So of course I'm upset, but maybe she'll get back to me tomorrow. Maybe she's just drunk off her mind right now. I'm not really totally sure, but I don't know. And this is gonna sound so cringy, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So if I got scammed, hopefully something good will come out of it. What the enemy meant for evil, he uses for good. He turns to good. I don't know. I have children's church, a job interview, so much studying that I didn't do today, and then I have church. I have church in the evening. So it's gonna be a busy day tomorrow, but I'm super excited for the job interview. Praying that things go smoothly, because this week has not been smooth at all. So yeah, this week has been a terrible week, I can't lie. Like, in the moment, I'm trying not to like let little things ruin my days. So like in the moment, we're like, oh, that sucks, moving on. Oh, that sucks, moving on. Looking back at the grand scheme of things, usually I'll be like, oh, the week actually wasn't too bad, just a bunch of little things. This week was terrible. It was just awful. I'm gonna be completely transparent. The best part of my week was working out. Normally, like I miss out on this week I missed out on the football game. I missed out on a huge salt event that I really wanted to go to. I missed out on something else just with like non-church friends. I really miss my horse. This week has just been a terrible week. Can't lie. Not just because I've missed out on things, but also because my spiritual life has been lacking because of me. Like, I don't know, I've just fallen back into old habits. And then on top of that all, I'm just really horse sick. I really need a good ride, and I don't really know what to do without her. So in the summer, I kept saying, I don't know if I can leave her. I don't know how I can leave her, knowing what I'm going to feel again. Last year was a lot different because I didn't know what I was going to feel. But this year, it's like, oh, I know what I'm going to feel, and I do not want to feel it again. If only someone told me it was going to be worse. It is so much worse than it was last year. And like, I don't know how I did it last. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I can't even describe to you. Like, I just don't really know how to be me without my horse. Like, we lived in a farm. It was like that with my dog. Like, my dog was my life.
I didn't have any breakfast.
Chaos. Legit chaos. We're back and then I'm gonna jump straight into meal prepping because I only have like 5 hours before I have to leave, not even. So I'm gonna wash the hands and get into meal prep. I don't even know what I have to prep, I can't lie. My computer's frozen, but I need to work on this for like at least 30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have a snack and get ready to go. If there's time after, come back to this. Worship was so good today, especially like the last song, but it was like 2 songs like mashed. It was like a mashup. It was so good. It was at least 15 minutes. It didn't feel like 15 minutes, but it had to have been. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, the hiccups. It was so good. I just got pizza because they were giving out free pizza. Be the center of it all. I don't know if that's the name, but like I think that's the name. And the bridge, I think it is so good. And they played the bridge multiple times. It was so good. And then they went to like, who else is worthy? It was so good. I was like standing, little like jumps, and I got on my knees and I was like, oh my gosh. And then like, it's not even a hype song. It's just like the lyrics and the power and the music. It was so good. And then for the second part, like who else is it? It was just so good. And like, it's not a hype song. It's not like praise the Lord. Like, it's not a hype up song, but it is a very, very powerful song. And the singer's incredibly good. She's actually insane. I don't know what they're feeding her, but she's insane. And it's not like show off singing or like worship high. And I just like, it's actually insane, but I have to take this makeup off. So we're getting up at 5:30 tomorrow to go to the gym. We're just gonna keep these earrings in extra because that's one less thing I have to do in the morning. But nighttime routine, I have like a full face of makeup. So you start off with any sort of like melting balm, cleansing balm, oil. I used to use what's it called? Coconut oil. So it works really, really well. I honestly like it more than this, but like it's cheaper, but the oil, it can sometimes clog your pores more than this does. That was what I found with coconut oil. This doesn't clog my pores at all. And then Vaseline is such a great makeup remover, but it is like hydrophobic. It takes forever to wash off. So I recommend using like just coconut oil if you don't have money for this, or just using your regular cleanser, but wash your face 3 times with a regular cleanser. And now I'm going in with that Panaso face wash just to kind of get any last minute stuff off. And then sometimes when I'm wearing lashes especially, I'll go in with micellar water and a cotton pad